Good afternoon, Learn for Life students, families, and staff members. We are very glad that you are able to join us this afternoon for our virtual college tour week. Learn for Life has a partnership with the 1890 Foundation, 19 land grant colleges and universities across our country that we hope to share the opportunity of what campus life, what the academic programs are, and hopefully send some of you off to college. That is our goal. With that, I would love to introduce today our college access program manager, Miss Cheryl Moore. Cheryl.
Thanks so much, Michelle. Welcome everyone to our HBCU virtual college tour experience. We are so excited to have with us today, all the way from Greensboro, North Carolina, home of Aggie Pride and the greatest homecoming on earth, North Carolina A&T State University, Miss Jalen Lawson. Hi, Jalen.
Hi, everyone. How's everyone doing today?
Doing great. Thank you so much for sharing with us.
All right. So I'm going ahead and get started with my presentation. Foremost, I just want to say thank you for this opportunity for me being here today. I was not going to miss this opportunity. Definitely want to share my Aggie experience. I am Greensboro, North Carolina. I've been here all my life. I'm a Bennett Belle, but I have a lot of Aggie pride in my blood when it comes to the men in my family who are Aggies, and then the women are Bennett Bells. Pretty sure you know how those two met since they are across the street from each other. So I'm going to go ahead and get along with my presentation so you can learn more about North Carolina Agriculture and Technical State University. Okay, go ahead and move this. There we go. All right. So joining the Aggie family. So for our Aggie highlights, we were founded in 1891 as a land-grant university. We are also a STEM-focused institution with doctoral research. You can become a two-time or three-time Aggie, meaning you get your master's and PhD. We are the most affordable campus in North Carolina, according to Money Magazine, and we are the largest HBCU in the nation, over 12,750 students at our institution. For our academic areas, we have our College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences. That agriculture is that A in A&T. We have our College of Arts, Humanities, and Social Sciences, Willie A.D.'s College of Business Economics, College of Education, College of Engineering. We produce the most African Americans in the nation when it comes to our College of Engineering students. For our College of Health and Human Sciences, you might be thinking about our sports fitness program, our psychology, our pre-nursing. College of Science and Technology, we have biology with a pre-medical track. We also have mathematics, chemistry. I'm going to go back up to our Willie A.D.'s College of Business Economics. Those majors are business, economics. We do produce the most African Americans in our certified public accounting. If you think about accounting, College of Arts, Humanities, and Social Sciences has English, journalism, criminal justice. College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences has food science, animal science, fashion merchandise as well. Just throwing out a couple majors when it comes to the academic areas. Overall, it's about 54 majors at A&T, and your average classroom size is about 28 students. So for our academic support and resources, so we have our Center of Academic of Excellence. Students might call it CAE if you heard that lingo before when it comes to students at North Carolina A&T. That is our student support hub when it comes to tutoring and advising. Tutoring is offered for all students and advising as well. If you put down undecided as a major, you'll be housed under our Center of Academic of Excellence. You cannot graduate undecided, so we want to make sure you declare the major after that freshman year in North Carolina A&T. For study abroad opportunities, you have over 200 countries to study abroad from. I had the experience to study abroad in Seoul, South Korea, and got assistance with my passport. You can too when it comes to North Carolina A&T for that assistance. For our career services, we have Handshake. That's like Another version of LinkedIn, I would say, you can put your headshot, your GPA, and your major, and it will show opportunities for full-time, part-time internships, companies that be coming to A&T virtually or a webinar when it comes to students' opportunities of that nature. Preparation services. If you need assistance on your cover letter, your resume, negotiation, your salary, definitely can use that service when it comes to our career service office. And then we host 2 career fairs, one in the fall, one in the spring. We have over 260 opportunities for our students when it comes to those companies that came to North Carolina A&T last fall. We had to have a part 2 career fair because we had a waiting list as far as corporations who wanted to hire our students. So I could say Aki Pride, making sure after their freshman year can secure an internship. When it comes to our student life for athletics, we are a D1 school for our MEAC conference. We have a lot of rankings when it comes to our student athletic programs. For our football team, for the HBCU, ranking for #1. For the past 4 years, students have been drafted to the NFL. When it comes to our student track, we have students have been signed to Nike and Under Armour. And then for our major baseball league, we have students have been signed for the past 2 or 3 years when it comes to that. For student organizations, we have over 140 organizations to choose from. I'm pretty sure whatever organization you are part of in high school, it can transfer over to the collegiate life at North Carolina A&T. We do have Greek life for all Divine 9 of our Black Greek letter organizations, but we also have our non-Black Greek letter organizations as well on our campus. For campus traditions, pretty sure you heard of the greatest homecoming on earth, GHO. I would say that's a great networking opportunity for our students. The alums do come back. When I was mentioning about those College of Agriculture, the College of Science, the College of Business, each college probably hosts a cookout either that Thursday or Friday of homecoming. The alums come back, network with the alums. You never know, not be your opportunity for that internship or just to shadow or just to talk with them, let them know what your aspirations in life. We have a step show, comedy show, the football team, just a great experience. Our second campus tradition, I would say, is on February 1 of 1960. When it comes to that sit-in movement, we honor the Greensboro 4 and T4 when it comes to our campus tradition. Every year we host a ceremony, we have a guest speaker, we have the remaining living of the Greensboro 4 that come back to speak, and then the ones who have passed away, we make sure we have a family member to represent on their behalf. Very emotional for me, for a great experience, because I have family members that were a part of that. I'm pretty sure you have family members that are part of that as well. For our housing, we have 16 resident halls to choose from. You can choose between apartment style, suite style, or traditional style when it comes to our housing. All right, so let's get into the admission requirements. So before we even look at the GPA and your transcript, we're going to look at your classes first. We're going to look for that 4 units of math: Algebra 1, Geometry, Algebra 2. Advanced math could be pre-calculus, AP Calc, AP Stats, Discrete Mathematics, Advanced Functioning and Modeling. 4 units of English, 3 units of Natural Sciences, 2 units of social studies. It might be called American history or history of America at your school, but we'll check it off as U.S. history, and 2 units of foreign language. So we want Spanish 1, Spanish 2. If you are a high achiever, you might start off with Spanish 3 and go to Spanish 4, or French 2 and French 3. We do take sign language as well as a foreign language. So when it comes to our average GPA, our average is a 3.624. That's not saying you have to have a 3.6 to get into A&T. We do accept students below and under the 3.6. That's just our average. When the last class of fall 2020 that just came in, that was the average GPA. When it came to that, we can only take 18% of out-of-state students, so it makes it very competitive applying into A&T. If you're applying for engineering, that 18% does not fall under the College of Engineering when it comes to applying into A&T. And speaking of engineering, let's go to those requirements. So the weighted GPA is a 3.2. When it comes to the majors you see in blue, those fall under the College of Engineering. Test scores are optional. I wanted to show you what those test scores did look like pre-COVID, and then completion of pre-calculus. So if you're enrolled in pre-calculus right now, that is fine. Just making sure you graduate with pre-calculus before you graduate from high school, that you complete that. And like I said before, these are the majors that falls under the College of Engineering. For nursing, pre-nursing wants a 3.3 or higher GPA. Test scores, like I said, are optional. Just want to show you what those test scores look like when it comes to the pre-nursing. So engineering and pre-nursing are the only 2 that has particular criteria when applying to A&T for undergrad. So everybody else that's outside of pre-nursing, engineering, you're totally fine. Just want to make sure if you are going to apply for the pre-nursing on the engineering, make sure you had that particular GPA they are asking for A&T. I'm gonna skip this transfer information. We're gonna go to the cost, financial aid, and scholarships. So for our estimate cost for the 2020-2021, in-state pays $9,274, out-of-state pays $22,784. That's just tuition and fees by itself. Room and board, $9,366. Your personal expenses, transportation costs, books, supplies, it can vary. We are in the third largest city in North Carolina. We do have the Aki Shuttle. We do have the Heat bus as well. Heat stands for Higher Education Transit Authority that will take you to a Target, a Walmart, or the mall around the area. And then we do have shuttle buses that take you anywhere on our campus. When it comes to books and supplies, you might use Amazon, you might use Check when it comes to that. So it just depends. Like I said, it's an estimate cost. If you are on your guardian's or parent health insurance, we will waive that. If not, you can be on anti-health insurance when it comes to that. I said there are 16 resident halls, so they're all different prices. And then room and board, meal plans, those are different prices as well. So the cost can vary depending on your meal plan, depending on your resident hall you do stay in. So for financial aid, so this is our FAFSA code 002905. We have grants, loans, work study, and scholarship. FAFSA opens up next month, October 1st. AT&T priority date is December 1st. So you can still do your FAFSA after December 1st for us. It's just we have a priority date for the students that might think AT&T is their top 3 or top 5 school when it comes to applying into AT&T. A screenshot I took of just our FAFSA code, what the website looked like. Once again, 002905 for our FAFSA. And then I'm about to explain 3 full-ride scholarships to you guys. So this is the first one. This is Cheatham White Scholarship. This can be found on NC Honors Program. If you want more logistics, this is just the surface of it. It's more details within NC Honors Program website as far as the Cheatham White Scholarship. This does require a nomination, no test scores, test optional, weighted GPA 4.0 or higher, show characteristic of leadership, extracurricular activities, a commitment to service when it comes to the Cheatham White Scholarship. That's our first full ride. About to go to our second one. This is our Lewis and Elizabeth Dowdy Scholarship. Full tuition, fees, room and board. Does require a nomination as well. GPA dropped to a 375 for this one. And then show characteristic of leadership and service. This can be found on NC Honors Program website as well for more logistics. This is just the surface of it. The last one is not partnered with NC Honors Program. This is the National Alumni Association. The full tuition fees room and board, this one dropped to a 3.5 or higher. No nomination, but requires 2 letters of recommendation. I'm going to just go back. So the first 2 opened up last week on September 15th. Cheatham White and Lewis Elizabeth Dowdy opened up on the 15th. This one doesn't open up till October 1st. The National Alumni Association opens up October 1st. Speaking of the honors program, so just say, I might not be able to get to those scholarships or I might not be awarded, but I still want to be in an honors program. You can apply. That opens up October 1st as well for the application for the honors program. Come in with a weighted 3.75 or higher. You get priority housing, priority classes, study abroad opportunities, but on an honors level when it comes to that, lecture series and workshop. Okay, so the application process. How do I apply to AT&T? So you can apply on our Aggie admissions portal. That's ncat.edu. So it's the same thing. So if I say Aggie admissions portal, I'm asking, did you apply to ncat.edu on our main page or on the Common App? It is a $60 application fee. We do take fee waivers. The only fee waivers we will accept is from College Board, ACT, and NACAT. Those fee waivers could be sent to us by postal mail or electronic transcript service. Recommendation letters, personal essay are not required and they're not reviewed when it comes to the admission decision. Please save that energy and effort when you apply for AT&T scholarships. So when I mentioned that Cheatham White, the Lewis Elizabeth Dowdy, the National Alumni Association, save the recommendation letters, the essays, resumes, save that for AT&T scholarships. All right. So when it comes to our official transcripts, they can be sent postal mail or electronic transcript service. And what I mean by that, maybe Naviance, Parchment, eScripts, when it comes to sending the electronic service transcript, making sure it's official and not an unofficial, making sure your senior year courses, working in progress, is on there. So if you're only showing 9th to 11th grade, we'll probably contact you and ask, can we get a senior course schedule? You could screenshot it. You could do it as a PDF. We just want to see what is working in progress your senior year, because we know you probably don't have the grades yet since school just started. And then optional when it comes to our electronic SAT, During these uncertain times, if you're able to take the SAT is not optional. It never was, even pre-COVID. So that's want to show you what the SAT code and the ACT code, if you're able to sign up for the testing for this year. This is our deadlines. Anybody might be graduating early. If you're trying to come in January, this is our spring 2021 term starts in January. Our deadline is December 15th for domestic and internationals, October 1st. And then more traditionally, if you're coming in the fall, which is August of 2021, for scholarship consideration, our deadline is next month, October 15th. If you apply to A&T, we have a regular deadline for June 1st. For students who might be transferring in, early action May 15th of next year. And then our regular deadline is July 15th of next year for the transfer. And then international, even as a freshman or a transfer, we base international on your birth country. So wherever you were, what country you were born in, we consider that an A&T international student. So the regular deadline is June 1st when it comes to that. So I'm going to go over one more time. Early action for scholarship consideration next month, October 15th for the new freshmen. If you want to wait October 15th, our regular deadline is June 1st. A turnaround decision for early action, 2 to 3 weeks. And then for after October 15th, I would say 4 to 6 weeks when it comes to turnaround decision. And once again, my name is Jalen Lawson. I am here for you guys. This is our official mailing address. Please make sure you use this. 1601 East Market Street is for everybody on campus, so make sure you put our office and our building so they know which person to send it to. This is our U-Admit email address when you want to send that fee waiver, that senior course schedule I was talking about. Send it to our U-Admit email address. We will take care of it. Give us about 10 business days to reflect on that. We did got 20,000 applications last year, so we're working very hard for you guys. This is our main phone number. If you want to ask to speak to Miss Jalen Lawson, they will definitely transfer the phone call to me, and I can assist with you with your application, check on your status, see what's going on with your application. I can help you with that. And last but not least, follow our social media outlet pages, our Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And that is it for me. All right, I'm going to stop it there.
Awesome, Jalen. Thank you so very much.
No
problem. We all know about Aggie Pride and the rich tradition there.
Yes.
And we're just excited to have you with us today. So
excited to be here.
Thank you so much for being so thorough and so informative. Lorena, are there any questions that we have in the queue at this time?
Our first question will be with regards to additional supportive services for foster and or homeless youth.
Yes. So when it comes to that, I will be more than happy to assist with them. I'm not sure if I'm able to drop in my information in the chat. I think I have a copy and paste. Am I able to do that? Okay.
Yes, you can. Our participants will not be able to view that now.
Okay.
Or you can put it in there, and I'll put it in the Q&A that they can see.
Okay, sounds good. I will definitely do that for them. Just to talk to them additionally, because it is kind of lengthy. I just don't want to make sure that I'm appropriate with everybody's time frame when it comes to that. So they can definitely shoot me an email, and we can definitely have that talk when it comes to here. Okay. Paste and enter. Okay, I put it in the chat. Perfect. And then I'm gonna also put North Carolina A&T prospect links. Anybody thinking about A&T or not sure yet, you can fill that out. I did put our virtual visit. If you want another virtual visit on your own personal time, I sent the link for that. Maybe our guardian or a parent wants to do that another time or get more information. And then I also put our fall virtual open house in that link as well that I put in the chat.
Awesome.
That's great. The next question will be, do you accept DACA students?
Unfortunately, we do not. We are a public state institution, so I know when it comes to logistics of that, I just want to be transparent and honest. It'd probably be very challenging if you were to apply to A&T since we are a state-funded school.
Great, thank you for that.
No problem.
And Ms. Cheryl, those are the questions we have for now.
Okay, great. Awesome. You talked about student life and other support services. I was also wondering about your counseling services for students. Do you have a counselor, or how would a student go about getting support if they needed mental wellness support.
Yes, because it's been very big lately when it came to our student support for that. So yes, we actually have any new additional hires from all aspects. So when we have our mental health, we actually hire somebody for the athletic side as well, who are our student athletes. I just met her the other day, just walking on campus. And then we also have it for our academic services as well. I always advise students to talk to your counselor first, so that counselor or your advisor of your department can make sure you have the appropriate contact information, because we do have several different ones. Just making sure you go to the right one, because like I said before, we might have one for athletics, we might have one for it comes to our disability and handicapped students. So I just want to make sure you have the right when it comes to that mental health and support, which one did you need to go to depending on your information and criteria.
Great, great. That's really important. So thank you for that. And I think my final question will be, do you have opportunities for dual enrollment?
Yes, we do have opportunities for dual enrollment. Early college is a big thing. I've been looking at application this past week. I've been seeing a lot of early college students. My advice, this is just my personal advice, apply as a freshman versus a transfer, because I want to make sure you have opportunities for those freshman scholarships. So that Cheatham White, that Lewis Elizabeth Dowdy National Alumni Association, they want you to be a freshman. So if you apply as a transfer, because you might have 20 or 30 credits coming in from college, you might not be eligible for those full ride scholarships. So I have seen students who were early college or dually enrolled been admitted to those full ride scholarships because they applied as a freshman versus a transfer. Students who apply as a transfer, they just want to have their car on campus, because you can't have your car your first semester. So when I see a student apply for a transfer, I ask them like, hey, are you sure you want to apply for a transfer? Are you sure? They're like, I just want to have my car on campus. I'm like, okay. I just want to let you know the pros and cons when it comes to applying as a transfer versus a freshman if you are dually enrolled. We do take AP and honor courses and IB level courses as well.
Perfect.
We do have 2 additional questions that are on the queue. The next one would, can students attend school online?
Yes, we do have about 10 to 12 undergraduate online degree programs pre-COVID, but now because of that, students are able to take 100% of their classes online that would have been face-to-face. And then the students who are here face-to-face, they have brought it down. So maybe your original class was 30 students. Out of that 30, that professor had to break it up in 10. So now 10 students will meet at different times. So everybody won't have class at 10 o'clock. The first 10 might be 8 to 9, second 10, 9 to 10, then 10 to 11, and making sure they have a gap in between to clean the classrooms when it comes to that.
Okay, great, thank you. The next question, or I guess maybe it's a request, is they'd like to see a video of the school. So I don't know if that's something you could add in the chat.
I sure can. Let me. I could add in. It's not really a video. I would say it's more of a virtual 3D campus tour of the landscape. I can drop that in here for the chat for them to see when it comes to that. And then I'm gonna put residence hall link to see that as well. So one is the landscape of the campus, all the buildings like Student Center, clock towers, all the popular places on campus. And then I put in our housing so they can see what the resident halls are. I know for the popular resident halls is either the Village, Pride Hall, or the Suites. Those are the top 3 as far as the incoming freshmen would like to stay on campus. You're not required to live on campus. If you are locally here in North Carolina, you're not required to. You're not required to do a meal plan as well. It's really up to you what you want to do. We really want to treat you like you are an adult at A&T.
Wonderful. Are there any other questions in the queue, Lorena?
No, not at this time. Thank you.
Not at this time. Okay, great. Is there anyone else who has any questions who's on with us right now?
If you're able to come to A&T, please check out our forum. I'm from here. I used to do the pumpkin patch when I was a little girl. My grandmother, my mom, grandpa always took me to the pumpkin patch for the kids. My daycare actually made sure they scheduled a field trip for us every fall to do the pumpkin patch as well. So you're a very fall festive person like me. That's a great experience. It's about 5 minutes from our campus, but it's 28 acres of property when it comes to that, when it comes to our agriculture. I'm actually interested in our agriculture Education Master's Program. So I'm applying in the process right now for that. The Dean of Agriculture is saying there's not a lot of women who look like me in that field. And within North Carolina being the #1 revenue of agriculture, definitely have a lot of opportunities for someone that looked like me when it comes to the underrepresented women of color. So definitely excited about this application process for the agriculture. I more likely want to do more of the backfield of it, not actually on the property, because everybody think, oh, you're gonna be on the farm. No, not necessarily. I might control how many animals might come to your property as far as if you're trying to do a swan production, because we do have that. We do have a pig production. We do have our cow production when it comes to that. So I might be the logistic person to let you know how many cows can we produce on your property, how much is the land is when it comes to that. So I'm very excited for that opportunity, and I'm an animal lover, so.
Well,
Awesome.
good.
I
Do
think-
have one more, I think,
Yes.
that would be good to know is there something you could share with regard to be like a motivational video on your about football games or your band?
I can look for that and send you an email. I'm just really trying to think, because I'm really up on our YouTube page, and I was doing that earlier this morning, and I really couldn't find nothing that would grasp the student when it comes to our blue and gold marching machine. I could send them a video, but I know it's not from like our end of A&T. It's more of like the student bloggers we have from campus. We have a lot of student bloggers when it comes to their student life experience. But I know our blue and gold marching machine, they do travel a lot. Our gospel choir is amazing. I know as far as Kurt Franklin, Dimer Clerkin, when they have the gospel show, A&T Gospel Choir opens up when it comes to our A&T homecoming show. So I always tell students, if you're into the music and the arts as a major, you'll definitely get that hands-on experience. And also with our National Black Theater Festival, we actually are the #2 when it comes to the HBCU of theater in itself. So when we had Loretta Devine and we had Jasmine Guy come on our campus last year, really have to be in fact with our students in person with them. We had Mark Zuckerberg from Facebook come a year ago as well with our students. We have former President Barack Obama, Michelle Obama to come on our campus. And those are called Chancellor Series. So when you hear about celebrity come to our campus, Chancellor Series, Chancellor Martin want to make sure that the student and the celebrity meet face to face. They meet each other. I know Chris Paul has signed with us when it comes to our College of Business and our journalism students. So if a student want to work for ESPN, if they want to work for the Carolina Panthers or Charlotte Hornets, they can't have that opportunity, or NASCAR when it comes to our journalism or our business students who want to work for Bank of America. You don't have to be a tech student. If Google, Microsoft, and Dell is coming, they're not just looking for tech, they're looking for our majors of business. They're looking for our journalism. They might be looking for our agriculture students when John Deere comes. So just saying, A&T making sure students are very aware when it comes to their opportunity as an intern all the way up to full-time employment, or they want to get their graduate degree from A&T.
Great,
Awesome.
thank you. And I believe that was the last question. Thank you.
Oh, no problem.
Great. And Michelle may hate on this since she's from WSU, but I can attest to the fact that the games are lit. I don't think folks go to watch the football game. They just go to hang out and for the social aspect of it. The band is lit, and just the social atmosphere at A&T is actually extremely fun. And like we said earlier, listen, if you work hard, you can play hard. So they have it all. Absolutely. Michelle, do you have any closing words and remarks?
Yes, as Cheryl has alluded to, I'm a graduate of Winston-Salem State University, and our main rival is North Carolina A&T. But it's okay. They are so right. The games are so robust and fun. The band is wonderful. But one thing I have as a testament, 2 family members who are engineers in Detroit who graduated from North A&T.
Wow.
My cousin majored in mechanical engineering, and he works for General Motors. And then I had another family member who graduated with an engineering degree and actually works for the city of Winston-Salem. And so I'm very happy that A&T was here today. Anyone from my home state, of course, I'm happy to see you. Glad you are represented.
Yes.
Just in closing, it occurred to me when I woke up this morning that I wanted to share that College Week is not a week. It is a destination. And Learn for Life is so committed to getting our students to college. So we just want you to know that we are here for you. We are here to support you. And for our close, I would love to turn it over to Ms. Moore. I'm sure she has something wonderful to close us out with.
Awesome. Again, Jalen, thank you so much for your energy and enthusiasm and for representing your school well. To all of our students, thank you for jumping on with us, engaging with us, hanging out with us. And listen, you have what it takes, and it takes what you have. You can do it. Have a great rest of your day, everyone, and thanks so much.
Okay.